Welcome. We back. Digging in the Crates, hip hop podcast, the Hooker and Mac show. It's about 3 o'clock. We in the studio. Digging in the Crates hip hop podcast. I am your host, the hip hop wizard. Don't have my mask on today because Mac, I don't want to upset people because you know you keep telling me, man, what's up with your boy? He got the mask on and stuff, but you know this is what we do, man. So
you ain't got your hip hop mask on, man.
Nah, man, what's going on today?
Man, same old thing, different day. You know. Excited. I get a chance to chop it up with you today, bro.
Okay. Yeah, man. It's been a pretty good week. It's getting hot. It's getting warm. I seen students sitting out in front of the student center.
I can't wait. Yeah, I saw the governor talking today. You know, a lot of people getting vaccinated. I'm partly halfway through my vaccine and whatnot. So for the people out there, get vaccinated and let's get rid of this virus so we can get back to some normalcy, man.
Yeah, man, we might be looking at homecoming.
Hey, man, don't say that word, man. You know I get excited every time you say homecoming, man. Before we dive deep into it, man, I do want to give my condolences and prayers to the folks out in Colorado. Certainly it's driving the conversation that we're having in this country about gun control. And it seems that we've been having this conversation for years and years and years. And so hopefully this administration and the Congress that we have now will put some things in place where we can at least reduce it. We know we can't eliminate it, but at least reduce the frequency of it because it's definitely happening all the time.
I mean, you can do a whole lot of legislation, but things got to change also, Mac. It's just this stuff about the Asians being attacked as well. I mean,
and that was going to be another point I was going to mention. That the Asian crimes is getting crazy, and I'm glad you said that because we had that incident that happened down in Georgia, and so we certainly want our Asian brothers and sisters to be protected, and mostly we just want people to be treated as humans.
But moving on and more news. Rest in peace, Laker legend Elder Baylor passed away March 22nd at the age of 86. Yeah. I remember, seeing his uniform going up as
the real throwbacks, man.
Yeah, the real throwbacks.
Yeah. Certainly that's a legacy that you want to leave, is that when you no longer hear people talk about you as a person first in basketball or teacher or whatever thing that you had second.
Elgin Baylor, he got Rookie of the Year in 1959, 11-time NBA All-Star and 10-time member of the All-NBA First Team. In 1977, Baylor was inducted into the Naismith Memorial, Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
But moving on to 63rd Grammy Awards.
The Grammys.
The Grammys were held on March 14th with many historical wins. Best New Artist, Best Rap Performance, and Best Rap Duo, Megan Thee Stallion.
Hey, the young lady doing the thing, she get money. Hey, I'm excited. She's a black woman, being able to support another black family, so,
That's it.
Yeah.
What about the delivery? You have no input on the lyrics?
Keep it moving.
See, saying Best Rap Album, King's Disease by Nas, his first ever Grammy Award.
Which is crazy that you can think about that being, out of all the things he's done, that is the first Grammy Award? You think that should be his first Grammy?
No, he should have got a Grammy from It Was Written. He should have got one for
Illmatic.
Illmatic. Kanye West, contemporary Christian music album, Jesus is King by Kanye West.
It was.
What happened to Kanye, man? He just flipped the script,
man. I don't know. If you find somebody close to him that can tell you, hey, tell them to come out and tell the story.
I guess we'll never know.
This is another one. Forbes came out and said he's the richest black person ever.
When you look at his net worth, but you look at his career, it don't match up. I'm sorry.
I mean, Kanye deep in, clothing, things of that nature, where he's making tons of money that way. But I mean, salute to the brother for getting his cheddar. I tend to listen to other artists when I want to hear gospel music.
Okay, maybe Kirk Franklin should have pulled that belt out and beat Kanye.
Oh, here we go. We back on Kurt again. We back on Kurt. You ain't gave me the big Grammy news yet, though, man.
Beyonce became the most Grammy Award female singer in history
Exactly.
Winning her 28th Grammy. Her daughter, Blue Ivy, also won her first Grammy the same evening.
A big shout out to Beyonce, man. That's huge. That's huge. Huge shout out all the people who've ever gotten a Grammy. What year was it? This was about 60 years of Grammys. Aretha Franklin's,
Sammy Hagar,
Tina Turner's.
Yeah.
Like, we could just keep going on and on about artists.
Tina Turner announces her retirement in an upcoming biopic called Tina. Airing on March 27, Tina Turner reflects on her hard life, including her infamous marriage to Ike Turner. Tina Turner, to me, is one of the female artists that she was able to cross all genres, I think. You know, she will be out of the public spotlight for good due to many illnesses that she has.
Yeah.
So if you don't know who Tina Turner is, go watch some of her biopics, especially one with her and Ike. That's a sight to see. You know, now we might have some controversy today, but
that's all right.
Underrated rappers throughout hip-hop history. We're going to have an open discussion on this. I mean, there's a lot of underrated rappers out there. On the West Coast, you have MC Breed, rated rapper.
Taking us out to the West Coast.
Yeah, King T, Ice-T. Even, I'm gonna go ahead and throw this out there. Ballad of a Menace, CPO, and MC Ren, just to name a few. So, hey, let's go.
Who's the person at the top of your list here?
Lloyd Banks. He was a member of the rap group G Unit with 50 Cent. Lloyd Banks, he okay, but I wouldn't say he's an underrated rapper. His lyrics okay. I think it's the music production for me.
I mean, he can rap. Let me put that out there. Yeah. He can't rap.
Mystical, we already talked about, known for the songs Danger, Here I Go. Now, this next artist, female artist, Rod Digger. She is best known as a longtime member of Flip Mode Squad, a hip-hop group led by Busta Rhymes.
Yeah, I was a big Rod Digger fan, man. So,
me too.
Yeah, I can definitely see how she ends up.
Yeah, I mess with Rod Digger.
Yeah.
Digger, Rod Digger. I mean, yeah, Flip Mode Squad was good. I think that Rod Digger stand on her own. She didn't get as much pub, you know, outside of that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just like your girl from.
But really, outside of Busta, I don't really remember anybody else in the group.
That's it.
But anyway,
and
let's get
to
our next one on here.
To our next one, Tech Nine.
Tech Nine.
Popular underground rapper who has been rapping since 1991 and has made 13 studio albums. Yeah, he got a good delivery.
Okay.
What about you, Tech Nine?
Yeah, I used to like Tech Nine. Yeah.
Obi Trice now.
Obi Trice, okay.
A Detroit native who was signed to Eminem's label, Shady Records, until he created his own.
I wouldn't have said Obi Trice out of the underrated rappers.
Why is that?
Because there's another one who is a much better MC.
Okay, who is that?
Royce the 5'9". Royce is
Royce
so dope.
Yeah, you heard the album him and Premier did?
I didn't hear the album.
Fire, son. So we got Immortal Technique, a popular underground rapper. His lyrics focus on controversial issues in global politics from a radical left-wing perspective. And I went back to look at some of his it's more
dope.
or less, yeah.
Yeah.
Moving on, Master Ace, a veteran underground rapper who is often as talented as his peers, Rakim, KRS-One, Big Daddy Kane.
Master Ace, I almost forgot about Master Ace, which I guess is why he's on the list. But I see why he's on the list, though, for sure.
Yeah. Come on and take a ride, y'all. Take a ride, y'all, man. Master Ace. And then you have Tretch. He was the lead rapper of the group Naughty by Nature.
But we've left so many off the list.
Okay, bring it to us.
What about your boys from De La Soul?
Okay.
You know, like...
Speaking of De La Soul, they did a tribute to Jay Dilla that made the stakes as high. They did it as the orchestra, and man, I was playing it before you.
Jay Dilla, one of the dopest to ever do it.
So who else you got in your pocket, man?
Man, I mean, I was sitting there thinking while we were going through it, and some of these people aren't necessarily underground because they've had some success. Game comes to mind as one of the ones. I mean, certainly you can hear the influence of Nas in his flow. What about Twista? I always thought Twista was somebody underrated. Like, he was in the Guinness World Book of Records, man, for being able to say the most words in a minute. Something like 542 words a minute.
Man.
Listen, First of all, just to say 500 words in a minute is incredible. But to say 500 words in a minute and rhyme,
you might
if it was easy to do, everybody would do it.
Who else you got in your caveat, man?
I mean, we could choose so many people, man. Like, what about AZ? Since we brought up the firm, was AZ not a dope artist?
AZ,
but he never really got the, if he wasn't on a track with Nas, you never really heard his music like that.
Yeah, we talked about Tretch. We talked about Master Ace, Immortal Technique. Any others out there that you can think of?
I mean, there's probably a ton of different ones. Like, one of my childhood friends is one of my favorite artists, Fonte. Big ups to Tay. It's a lot of people out there that's kind of underrated, but that are dope artists, man.
Right, yeah. That's our segment on the underground rappers. We want to have some underground rappers. Put it in the comments. Put it in Facebook, Instagram. Again, don't side with Mac because you know he's trying to bribe people. That's our segment, underrated rappers. We're going to move on to some women's history. The NFL named Maya Chaka as the first black female official. Maya is a graduate of Norfolk State University, the HBCU.
Man, that's big. That's big.
That's big. In 1892, a daughter of a former slave, Sarah Boone, a North Carolina dressmaker, patented a design that improved the ironing board. Also, MC Lyte was the first solo rapper to release her own full-length album.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that was her first one. So this has been the Hooker and Mac Show with the hip-hop wizard, Dr. Mac. Can you go ahead and give us drop some nuggets for us? What's in your word play today?
I guess something I was talking to my nephew about earlier today is recognizing that really in life, there really is no competition except for yourself. You are your own competition. So the only person you should be competing with is competing with the person you were yesterday or last week or last year and saying, I need to be a better version of that person. So my message to him was just be a better person each day. And that's the only competition you should have. Don't worry about what anybody else is doing. You work on improving what you do and then going after your goals and your dreams. Then it won't matter what anybody else does.
Okay. You heard it first. Dr. Max, Gems of Wisdom, Gold Nuggets, competition, Diggin In The Crates Hip Hop Podcast, coming to you. We want to thank the interns for all the interns. Thank Lion Publicity for Diggin In The Crates Hip Hop Podcast. We out the Hooker and Mac Show.
All right, we out.